What's going on, everybody? My name's Derek. I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville area. I wanted to jump on and do a video talking about who should be buying a house right now, who should be in the market, what you should be looking for. And because we hear that it's a terrible time to buy a house, right? The market's crashing. Or maybe you watch videos where you go, it's not a bubble, the market's not crashing, right? There's videos on both sides of this whole thing. And so I just want to jump on and say, hey, there's always a good time to buy a house. There's always a good time to sell a house. Who should be looking? Who shouldn't be looking? Let's talk about it. Let's jump right in. People who I think should be looking to buy a house right now. People who are looking to move long-term, right? I don't think you should put off a long-term move, whether you're relocating for a job or whether you're just looking to make a move retirement-wise, you're looking to buy your forever home. Keeping in mind that real estate in general tends to be a good investment long-term. So if you're looking for something to hold on to for more than 5 years, I think anytime's a great time to buy a house because trying to time the market in the short term can get really dangerous and really hairy. So I think if you're relocating for a job that you don't think you're going to be in for, 2 or 3 or 4 years, I don't think you should buy a house. I think renting right now might not be a bad idea until the market figures out where it's going and what's happening, because there's a lot of unknowns right now in the market. Interest rates are high. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But I think if you're planning on going somewhere and you are looking to stay there for the long term, 5 years more, 10 years looking forward, now's a great time to do that. More so if you have cash, if you're a cash buyer, right? So if you're selling a home somewhere and you've got the cash to buy your new home, now's a great time, because right now, as we kind of get out of this crazy market that was a seller's market, we're getting a little bit more into a buyer's market, and we're seeing a lot of fun things that can happen in a buyer's market again. So you can get concessions, you can get buy downs, but if you have cash, you can really get a better deal on your house. A lot of times people are, dropping rates because financing is becoming harder with the increased interest rate and just, things that are happening in the market. It's more challenging to get these loans. People are more willing to go, I will take a lesser price for my house if they have cash. So you can get a good deal on a house, okay? So I think anybody who's looking long-term, especially cash buyers, I think now's a great time to buy a house. You might lose, and I'm not gonna pretend that I know what the market is. In fact, if you like my videos, you should check out my market report. My most recent one is here. I just like to go, maybe it's on this side. It's gonna pop up here, one of these places. I like to go through and take you through what's going on in the market the month after. So I show you all the data from the month before, and so we can kind of look forward and see where the market's going. But I don't like to try to say the market's good or bad or whatever, because it's all hyper local. If you're watching this in Miami, it's going to be different if you're watching this in Lebanon, Tennessee, or Seattle, Washington, or New York City. Like, everything's going to be super different. So all that being said, you can check this out for my local market here if you're in Lebanon. But let's talk more about who else should be buying a house. Who else should be buying a house? Somebody who can bring value to a home, right? Because I think there's deals right now, because I think people who are selling are going, all right, we're moving into this, buyer's market. It's a little bit more of a buyer's market. What can we do here to get this house sold? How can we make it creative? Buying down, blah, 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 blah. If you're a person who's handy, if you're a tradesman, if you're a general contractor, or, maybe you work for a company that does siding or windows, and you could bring value to a home, and you can buy a home that doesn't have the things that, that make it a really nice home quite yet. Maybe it's missing windows. Maybe it's new construction that they're not going to finish for a while. You can come in and get a deal, and you can finish that house out, right? You can bring value to that house. Right now is a great time to do that sort of stuff. If, once again, I think you're holding on to it for the long term. I don't think necessarily, you can try to flip a home. I'm not entirely sure what that market looks like right now for y'all looking to flip homes. The market is so wavy. I would never pretend to say, now's a great time to flip a house. I don't necessarily think I believe that right now. So I think that if you're still looking to maybe renovate a house and then hold on to it long-term through rental income, I think that's a great time. Now is a great time to do that, because you can get deals on the house. Thinking also, if you have to finance, there's a lot of creative financial products coming out right now. ARMs are coming back, adjustable rate mortgages. And I'm gonna do a video later this week about financing. And if you're looking to buy a house, what do you do about financing these days? We'll talk all about that stuff. But all that being said, if you are looking to buy a house and you're looking to hold on to it long term, now I think it's a great time to do that. Now, if you're looking for financing, if you're looking to finance a house, look at those creative ways, right? Look in those ARMs, look in those interest rate only type loans. If you're comfortable with that sort of stuff, 40-year mortgages, I think, are actually making a comeback as now as well. If you're comfortable getting a creative financing, now also might not be a bad time to buy a house because those products are available where they weren't available, 6 months to a year ago. So, excuse me. I think if you're comfortable getting creative with financing, if you're looking to hold on to that house for a long term, if you can add value to a home that isn't quite as nice yet, needs some little bit of rehab, I think now's a great time to kind of jump into the market and see what's out there. So yeah, all these things are great ideas. If you have any questions about the Nashville market or looking to get into the Nashville market, looking to buy or sell or anything like that, I think also having a good realtor on your side is key. And if you're looking for a realtor, check me out down below. All my information is there. I'd love to get in touch with you. Shoot me a text message. Check out my website, fitdadrealtor.com. And we'll talk to you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.